This is Kyle Madsen with your top stories on Sports 1140. The Sacramento Kings are back in action tonight against Austin Rivers and the Houston Rockets at the Golden One Center. The Kings are looking for their 8th consecutive home win. Pre-game begins with game night at 5:30. Kings Live is at 6:30, and tip-off with the G-Man is set for 7 o'clock. It's 8:02. Time to get that perfect Valentine's Day gift at Sharif Jewelers. Spend $99 or more and receive a pearl bracelet at Sharif Jewelers. Those are your top stories. Now back to The Drive on Sports 1140 KHTK.
That's it.
That's all I got for you, man.
I'm not letting you go to work today.
Wait, what? Everybody, listen up.
Welcome to The Drive.
Morning. You're gonna talk.
Get on the phone at 339-1140.
Pretty awesome, huh?
Jump in on our text line at 441140.
Everyone is talking about it. You must know that.
The Drive starts now.
Welcome back to The Drive, 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. All right, 1 hour left. We will be getting to, in this segment, as promised, we got the...
I think we need to be getting to the telephone.
Let's
go to the phones.
We have calls?
We do.
Oh, we have call on line 6. Who's this?
Don't worry about it. Just answer it. My goodness. I don't like to be so picky.
I never like this. All right. The Fire Wings guest line is now open, and I have no idea who is on the line, which is always dangerous, by the way.
You're welcome.
Welcome in, a mystery guest. Hello.
Buddy, it's Dave Joerger. How are you?
What's up? Coach, what's up, stud? What are you doing?
Doing the drive, going to shoot around.
Yeah, all right, let me gather myself.
We're also doing the drive.
Yeah, we are doing the drive as well, the radio show. Let me gather, and all of a sudden prepare to speak to our good friend, Sacramento Kings coach Dave Joerger. Coach, I'll start out real simple. How are you doing these days? You got a smile on your face every day, it seems.
You know, I'm very positive, and certainly there's a good feeling about our organization and about our young group, and getting some wins and some wins at home against some bigger teams. I think it's almost relieving. There's no drama. There's just good feeling. There's hope in the future, and almost a sense to me. I've only been here 3 years, but a release for everything that the city and the organization has gone through to have some success and feel good about what's going on right now. It's a good feeling, absolutely.
Coach, as a native Sacramentan and somebody who's been going through ups and downs with this team since I was 8 years old, I can tell you that this city cracked a little bit. The Sixers win was huge, maybe the biggest of the year, but something about that Spurs win, and now all of a sudden you've got fans that are really buying in, that are looking at the playoff race, that are, and this is no disrespect to our 2000, 2002 type teams, but this is a team that was basically built from scratch. We've seen these kids grow up before our eyes. So you've got these fans in an absolute tizzy right now, and I spoke to Jason March yesterday. He said the same thing. It seems like that is so important to you as a staff and your players. They really realize how much these fans deserve wins.
Yeah, there's no doubt. We feel it because, you go around town and people are talking Kings and talking basketball when you're in. Hey, how do you like so-and-so? Boy, that dunk the other night was amazing. And look at Buddy Hield. Look at what he's doing this year. And, to see some of our young guys grow right before our eyes. And we talked about this last year. There's going to be bumps in the road, but don't wait for us to get good. Jump on board and watch the journey as close as you can, because there's going to be a lot of fun moments, and so far there have been.
Coach Dave Joerger with us. I'm going to ask you a question I asked Jason the other day. As a coach, how difficult is it to balance between these guys get these wins, big wins, and you want to build them up, especially because they're so young and this is really their first foray this late into the season and being relevant, and then how much do you want to pull back and say, yeah, great wins, guys, but we have Houston tomorrow. We need to look at all these mistakes. Is it difficult to balance that?
Well, I think I'm looking, big picture of how do we continue to help our players improve and learn through experience in competitive situations. I think that's, success is earned, it's not given. And we know there's success on the horizon. There's also going to be plenty of storms of difficult times. So just try to steady as we go through and continue to learn and take that approach and go out and compete our tails off. And I think the amount of energy that both teams that we've just faced felt the last two games at home, just, man, you guys play so hard. And, certainly we feed off of that, especially at home. It's a good feeling, and it's a good feeling for that to be recognized.
Dave Joerger with us. And Coach, I've learned over the years I don't like asking you about rotations. I don't like asking you about substitutions or starters or sitters because you've got your own deal. But I will ask you, the mark on this team for a long time, no disrespect to previous regimes, was that we had a lot of trouble developing players. A very difficult time developing talent on this team. And over the last couple of years, you guys have taken De'Aaron Fox and look at the strides he's made. Obviously, Buddy Hield, Harry Giles missing the full year, and now Marvin Bagley. Am I off base to say that part of your philosophy, whether it's a number one pick or a second-round pick, that no matter who it is, like, for example, Bagley this year, Fox last year, they've got to earn everything they get. There are no straight lines, and you make sure they appreciate every minute they have coming to them?
Yeah, we try to, and we've got really good guys, too. They work hard. They've got high character. And though that makes it definitely easier, but we're all better for each guy, no matter if he's a young guy or an older guy, playing as well and developing as well as he can, because their individual brand, their own business improves, and the better we do with all of our young guys, the better the value of our team. And I think that's just positive. The growth is positive, and it's certainly fun to watch. There's times where you scratch your head and go, man, what were they thinking right there? What was that pass, or what was that shot, or whatever? There's going to be those, and there's going to continue to be those. But we're learning, and we're getting better. It's exciting to watch.
You guys have been very good about trying to be positive and also manage expectations. And for the first 2 hours of this show, all fans and all we want to talk about is game tonight. You guys have won 7 straight at home. And with the Clippers' move yesterday, it looks like it could very well be a race between you guys, us, and the Lakers for that 8 spot. So we're talking about a playoff race for the first time in forever. We're getting excited about that. As a coaching staff and as players, do you pay any attention to any of those relevant games, or do you just stick to the one game at a time?
Yeah, it's cliche, but it is. We try to segment it into just groups of games, individual goals, team goals inside of those windows, because it can be a lot for any player to take on anything more than 5 or 6 games, or a road trip, or a homestand, or what's coming up before the break. So we try to segment it and keep their focus as narrow as possible.
When you see guys like Giles and Bagley on the floor, and we talked about Fox earlier, but the other night, that alley-oop to Bagley, that 180, watching Giles finally get on the floor and his vision, I know there's a lot of stuff for them both to work on, but I imagine it's not difficult for you, and it's certainly not difficult for us to see, if everything goes right and everybody works their tail off, that we've got a really talented core to build around.
Yeah, there's lots and lots of games to be played, and a long ways to go, and moves to be made, and trades and free agency and future picks and all of those kinds of things that go into building a perennial strength of a team. But what we can control is the draft picks that we've had and the players we have, and getting them better every day. And it's certainly more fun to come to the gym and put in extra work when you're seeing the results and the fruits of your labor, and that's definitely happening. And is there a fall out there? I don't know. I mean, our young guys we were in a little bit of a lull there in January. Sometimes young players hit the wall. How much do they have left? What's the strength of the schedule, and all those kinds of things. But at the end of the day, we just go out there and attack it, and we're going to make some mistakes. But if we play as hard as we can with whatever we've got, why not us? And that's the way we look at it.
Coach Dave Joerger with us, and I know you have a shoot-around to go to, so we won't take up too much of your time. But I want to, since I have you, I know you don't pay attention to rumors and all that, but out of our market, there's talk that it's very likely that Marc Gasol might be moving on from Memphis. And I just want to ask you, because you saw it with Zach Randolph, you spent a lot of time out there. Is it difficult to quantify how important a guy like Gasol is to the city of Memphis? We saw it with Zach, and it seems like that love affair is just as passionate with Marc Gasol as it was with Zach Randolph.
Yeah, you're talking about pillars of an organization. You're talking about pillars of a community, and people that have given their heart and soul, no different than any other place. And, I don't know what happens in that situation, but I do know, he's a very quality human being, certainly a terrific basketball player, and good friend of mine. So, I hope everything works out well for him.
You mentioned having fun, Coach, and it does seem like you guys are having fun. But you put the fun aside, I would imagine you're working as hard, if not harder, this year because of the relevancy, because of the amount of youth. Just because you're having fun doesn't mean it's easier. But winning, I would imagine, brings more smiles and gets everybody a little bit more motivated to take the extra step, as you said, when you're seeing those results.
Yeah, there's a relief to it. We've changed up the responsibilities of our staff to be strictly more focused and tuned into developing players more than ever, as it is like the most 90% of what we do. And so that work, and that's just not just shooting shots, that's video and that's learning in different kinds of ways is being done by our staff, and has done a terrific job and built good relationships with our players. And I think the players see how hard we're working to help them get as good as they can, as quickly as they can.
All right, well, I can't let you off the phone without asking you this. I haven't seen you in a while, brother, but I'll tell you, in years past, it seems, you roll into training camp, and literally, I mean, we've actually photoshopped it look like you're coming out of a GQ shoot. And then usually around this time, you start to grow the beard out a little bit, and you can tell the season's definitely worn on you. But, dude, I'm watching you the other day post-game, or maybe it was pre-game, and you got a polo on. And I remember I'm reading on Twitter, and people are like, dude, is Joerger yoking out or what? Like, it looks like you're adding some bulk and dimension. I mean, it looks like you feel as good as you've ever felt.
Aren't you sponsored by some company like that? I mean, I thought we talked about this, maybe doing a deal or something.
NorCal Lipo. You look like you're having a blast.
It is, but it's difficult if you get behind as a coach and try to get in shape during the season. You just never can catch up. So personally, I've tried to just. My stress levels are much better when I'm sleeping and getting workouts in, and we've got a youthful team, and that youth can carry over. It's fun to go to the gym every day, and I don't mean the weights. I'm talking about working with our guys, and I think that's never a drudgery, and it is exciting, and I think that excitement is not just in our community, man. It's running through our whole organization.
Well, and last thing, and this is a softball, and I admit it, but I love giving you a chance to say it because I know you love saying it. It also seems that you feel really at home at Sacramento, that you really, truly love the fans, and you really, no joke, no BS, you truly love this community, and you're having fun there too. Oh,
there's no doubt. There is no doubt about the passion, and I've always been in small markets, and I came up in the minor leagues, and Sacramento's a small. To me, it's just a big, small town of just genuine, sincere people, and as Midwestern a city as you're going to, I can't say enough good things about it. I can, and I know where we're going to be in 2 years, and nobody wants to hear that. We are having a heck of a good time right now, and let's see what we can do here. And I think we're shocking a lot of people, and it sure is fun, man. We're having a great time.
That is Kings coach Dave Joerger. One of these days, we're still catching up for some cribbage, right?
No doubt. I've been on my phone.
Okay. All right, brother. Well, I appreciate you surprising us. Have a great time today, and good luck tonight against the Rockets, my man. I think that pickup coach, if you would, I think he was going through a little bit of a spot there. I don't know if we lost him or not. Perfect timing, though, at the end. Coach Dave Joerger surprising us, and that'll be available on the KHTK app and also on the KHTK YouTube channel, video-wise as well. Well, hey, fine with that segment. Coach Dave Joerger.
All right, let's go to break.
Coach Dave Joerger driving into shoot-arounds and wants to give us a call. I'll take that anytime.
I made a little bit of a mistake there.
Uh-oh.
I meant to see if he was aware of James Harden. I wanted to alert him in case the coaching staff missed that in film review. Well, I didn't think about it till just now.
Well, we certainly appreciate Coach Joerger popping in on a game day. That is very cool. And trade deadline's coming up. I'm not asking him anything about. Heck, am I going to ask him a question about that for? Hey, Coach, who do you think we're going to trade for?
Hey, what if when you were like, hey, no, I know it's kind of a softball. I know you love saying it, but how much do you enjoy being in Sacramento? And these fans, what if he's like, I mean, it's all right.
Check's clear.
And the fans, they're just kind of NBA fans, I guess.
I love how he always shouts out NorCal Lipo, too. He always shouts.
Love Dr. Jack.
He loves Dr. Jack. So that's good. And we appreciate him calling in. And interesting tonight. They're going up against James Harden. I got a couple, one really interesting. fact about the whole James Harden situation. Did you know, Kyle? That,
I did know, Kyle.
James Harden's good.
I would agree with that take.
Okay, so
I could nitpick it here and there, but I'll agree in general.
Did you know that he's going for his 28th straight 30-point game tonight? Well, 28th straight game of scoring 30 or more, because that'd be even weirder if they were all 30 points exactly.
Just he gets to 30, he's like, I'm done.
The odds are that he's going to get it again tonight.
I think
heavily.
I think with this at this point with Harden, he's going to get to 30 just by virtue of being fouled and taking enough 3-pointers, because that's really been his MO, is get to the free throw line or shoot a 3. And I think the biggest thing is make sure it's an inefficient 38, 40, 50 points. Like, if he's going to do that, if he's going to score, let's say 45 is the number.
Right.
If he's going to score 45 tonight, make him take 38 shots to do it.
And make 22 of those be 3-pointers. Play off of him. Try not to foul him. Try not to let him blow past you. Play off of him and just let him shoot a 3-point drill. And if he hits a bunch of threes tonight, well, then go ahead. But at least you're making him take lower percentage shots.
Right.
Odds are it's not going to happen tonight, that streak being broken. And I'll give you one reason why, Kyle. Of all the players that have played against the Sacramento Kings since 2012, 2013, in a minimum of 5 games, there is no player in the world that has averaged more points against the Kings than James Harden. James Harden is averaging 30.9 points per game versus the Kings since he joined the Rockets, and that is the most by any player.
Bet we see
against Sacramento.
I wouldn't be shocked if Iman Shumpert was just matched James Harden's minutes tonight.
Sure. I wouldn't either. And I think
say, Iman, don't worry about scoring. Don't worry about anything other than staying in front of James Harden.
Well, one thing we know as Kings fans, not you, but people I'm talking to because you like the Warriors, is that Kobe Bryant has screwed the Kings over and over and over again throughout the years. And he was nice enough to do it again when he made a comment to Rachel Nichols yesterday about the effectiveness or lack thereof of James Harden's game when it comes to winning a championship.
So are you saying you don't think James Harden and the Rockets, as constructed, can win a title?
Not with this style of play, it won't win, right, with one player dominating the ball. Because, listen, if you take one player, you put him at the top of the key, or you put him on the wing, and you're running screen rolls, you're always in front of the defense. Mm-hmm. The defense can key on that, particularly in the playoffs. And that's easy to defend. Yeah. It's easy to defend. Now, what he's doing is absolutely remarkable, though. And I think it's a testament to how remarkable it is because people are now trying to minimize what it is that he's doing.
Sure, but what we're getting out of that is that the way James Harden plays, you can't win a championship with him playing like that. And that's neat. That's neat that came out the day before he plays the Kings. Here's James Harden responding to Kobe's comments.
I mean, I have to be ball dominant just because we have injuries. You know, we had injuries throughout the course of the year. So, but when we get Chris, in the rhythm, and Eric back and get our full roster, we got multiple guys that can make plays, multiple guys that can dominate the ball. So, I mean, for right now, he's probably right. This way that we're playing won't happen in the play. It won't get us to where we want to go. But we haven't had a full roster yet, so I'm excited for that to come.
It's a pretty good response.
Yeah, it's very reasonable.
Very reasonable response. Damn it. Rich on the Jiffy Lube text line, now the 510, wants to know if it was a prop bet. More points combined tonight. Buddy Hield plus De'Aaron Fox or James Harden?
Harden.
I don't know, because I think the way the Rockets play, but this could be a night. If Buddy Hield's shot is on, and it will need to be on for the Kings to win, this should be a 30-plus point night for Buddy.
Yeah, you know what? I'm changing my answer. I'm going Hield and Fox. Because I was just going off their averages, and I was like, okay, they're going to get 38 or 40 points, and I think Harden will get 40-plus. But I also don't know if the Rockets have anybody who can defend Buddy Hield.
Yeah, I don't know that they do either. The Rockets coming off a 118-110 victory over the Suns. Let's not forget, by the way, Kenneth Faried has turned into an amazing pickup for the Rockets. Maybe the pickup of the year. 17 points and 14 boards on 8-11 shooting in 34 minutes versus the Suns. And they also have a guy named Chris Paul. So you're going to see a very interesting matchup tonight, and Kings fans, I think, would like for this matchup to be sort of a changing of the guard, if you will, an aging perhaps slightly hobbled Chris Paul versus De'Aaron Fox. And Paul had 18, 5, and 4 to go with 5 steals against the Rockets. I think that's your key matchup tonight. James Harden's going to get his. And Kenneth Faried is going to go inside. And Faried is the type of whirling dervish type player that gives the Kings fits. But I will tell you something. I'll give you the matchup of Paul and Fox as the one to watch. But the most fun basketball on the floor tonight might be Marvin Bagley and Kenneth Faried.
There's 2 dudes on pogo sticks.
2 dudes on pogo sticks that take every rebound within any part. Those 2 second jump type of dudes. That might be very, very fun to watch tonight.
James Harden's usage rate in January was 45.6.
James Harden's what?
Usage rate.
Is 45.6? That's ridiculous.
I think Russell Westbrook's was 41 the year he had all the triple doubles.
I mean,
I think it was 41, and that was the highest all time by a lot. And James Harden's was 45.6 in January.
And not for nothing.
It's gone down a lot. It's down to 36.7, which is the lowest it's been since October. That's in February.
44 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, and a block for James Harden the other night.
He's decent, man.
I mean, he's really. By the way, really.
I just really hope the Kings are aware of him.
That they scheme for him a little bit.
Yeah.
When we come back, rumors out there: could Kristaps Porzingis have been a King, or more importantly, could De'Aaron Fox have been a Knick? We'll explain that. That was out there, and we got to get. Can we get to the Mountain Lion? Can we finally get to the Mountain Lion?
We have to get to the Mountain Lion. Hey, this is Kyle Madsen with your top stories on Sports 1140. The Los Angeles Clippers and 76ers have agreed to a blockbuster trade, according to ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski. Late last night, Woj reported that the Clippers agreed to send Tobias Harris, Boban Marjanovic, and Mike Scott to Philadelphia for Landry Shamet, Wilson Chandler, Mike Muscala, a 2020 first-round pick that belongs to Philly, Miami's 2021 first-round pick, which is unprotected, and a pair of second-rounders. That could be very helpful for the Kings, who are a game back of the Clippers, for a playoff spot. The Lakers did make a more minor trade yesterday. They sent rookie Svi Mikhailiuk to the Svi Mikhailiuk and a second-round pick to the Pistons for Reggie Bullock. Speaking of the Kings, they're back in action tonight against Austin Rivers and the Houston Rockets at the Golden One Center. The Kings are looking for their 8th consecutive home win. Pregame begins with game night at 5:30. Kings Live is at 6:30. Tip-off is slated for 7 o'clock. It's 8:29. Time to get that perfect Valentine's Day gift at Sharif Jewelers. Spend $99 or more and receive a pearl bracelet at Sharif Jewelers. Those are your top stories. Now back to the drive on Sports 1140 KHTK, your home of the Kings.
Why are we not playing again?
Yikes.
You got
Starts now.
That was
That's
your
on
fault.
me. That's on me.
Jay Marshall wouldn't have done that.
He wouldn't have.
I love it when Kyle screws up, because he never does.
It's
Well, rarely. I lead the screw up race. Welcome to the drive. Well done, Coach Joerger. Thanks to him again. That'll be available on the KHTK archive, on the KHTK app, also on the KHTK YouTube channel, if you will. And that's coming up. Usually Kyle has that up within the hour. How about that? How about getting Jason March yesterday? And then how about getting Coach Joerger today? Speaking of Jason March, by the way, he and I were talking off air afterwards, and we love Jason March very much. And so he has agreed to, obviously travel and schedule and all that will be could be a factor. But Jason's agreed to try to make it on for the remainder of the season. We'll talk to him each Tuesday at 8:05. So we'll have a semi-weekly check-in. Like I said, if they're on the road, we're not going to hold them to it like we would a Sam Amick or a Sean Salisbury. But Jason was nice enough to say if as long as they're not in the air or something, he'll join us.
I'm blowing up his phone.
You better. Every Tuesday.
He's like, I'm literally at the airport right now. Like, yeah? You got service? It's like, I'm in bed. I'm asleep. Well, you better wake up.
Wake up, Jason.
Get some. Why
don't you march on over to the phone,
Yeah.
Coach?
Yeah, Coach.
All right, let's get to this. before we get distracted.
I think that would be a seminal moment in this show.
Kyle. That's a good one. Okay.
We're talking about this mountain lion.
We are. This story is awesome. I mean, it could have been really not awesome, but it's awesome.
Could have been tragic.
Yes. Well, I mean,
and
I
it
guess
still is.
Still is a little bit tragic.
Right.
A man was running by himself on Monday in the Horsetooth Mountain open space, that's what it's called, near Fort Collins, Colorado. He heard something behind him. When he turned around, an 80-pound mountain lion leaped and attacked him. Probably sounded more ferocious than that, but that's all we have. Okay, so he's jogging, running, doing his thing, and then all of a sudden, attack from behind, mountain lion, 80-pound kitty.
That's a big cat.
The mountain lion bit the guy's face and wrist. But the guy managed to break free and kill the lion in self-defense. Now, we're not here to celebrate the death of a mountain lion.
No.
We're not
We
here
love
to,
animals.
We love animals. The mountain lion is his hunting instincts were probably triggered.
Right.
I mean, that's his territory.
Right. He saw this thing running away from it.
Let's just be clear. We're just here to break it down. Mountain lion attacks man from behind. Man somehow breaks free, kills mountain lion.
According to Elias,
Eliash,
the Elias Sports Bureau,
yeah,
man was 0 for life.
Yes.
In battles with mountain lions.
When attacked from behind.
Yes.
Mid-run. A post-mortem confirmed, and this is what really got my attention, that the animal... See, when I first read this, Kyle, I thought, oh, the guy broke free and, took care of the mountain lion. No. The guy broke free and suffocated the mountain lion.
He slapped a rear naked choke on a mountain lion, dude.
That's exactly what I pictured. I pictured the mountain lion caught the man from behind, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, the man probably rolled into the mountain lion, and the mountain lion was probably either in full mount or was at the very least in the man's guard.
It's a mountain lion.
Thank you.
MOUNTIN apostrophe.
So, did the man throw a rear naked choke on the mountain lion? Did he throw it? Because think about this. Let's say he's...
I don't think he just went hands on the throat.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think he could have done that because the neck is so thick to
right.
Collapse.
And by the way,
collapse the
carotid arteries.
Like I don't think so.
And by the way, imagine choking a mountain lion. The mountain lion still has giant claws,
right,
that will just scratch at you until you let mountain lion go. So it had to be, I need to know the rest of the story. Was it a rear naked choke? Was it a triangle choke where he got the did he armbar the mountain lion?
Dude, this guy went into Ultimate Fighter Season 1 featuring Mountain Lion and won the show.
Straight
sign him
up.
The
show.
Sign him up.
There's no video of it. And again, the guy looks like he's recovering. We feel bad for the mountain lion.
They said he had serious but non-life-threatening injuries.
Serious injuries, was taken to a hospital, but has since been released. First off, what is mountain lion thinking? You have the advantage. You got the guy from behind, and you had the element of surprise. So somehow, mountain lion not on his game.
I think maybe mountain lion, maybe at some point, got a bite of human and went oh, this doesn't taste that good, because that's not what they don't.
You run away, but dude stuck around and got choked out. And by dude,
because
I mean
I think because then its fighting instincts kicked in when the guy started fighting back.
Yeah. So I have to know.
I think it let its guard down for a quick second, and
mountain lion suffocating is not enough. We have to somehow find out what was the method of suffocation.
I'm guessing this guy. Okay, so he's a runner
in great shape.
Right. Let's say he's $180. Like, he's got 100 pounds on this mountain lion.
Absolutely.
And he's got reach.
But mountain lion has, wait for it,
Weapons.
4 claws.
Right, weapons.
A giant mouth with teeth.
Right.
Strength, speed, agility, whiskers. True.
Fur. Tail.
And as you said, it's not like human neck.
Right.
That's just skin. The mountain lion was not shaved. This is a full-on, thick-ass mountain lion neck. Tim Rome in the building. Tim,
yeah.
As we told you earlier, you were listening in the other room waiting for your show at 9, your brother's show, excuse me. Mountain lion choked to death by human. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I have one thing to say. Mountain lion, if you can't handle the heat, stay out of the kitchen. You chase down this runner from behind, and then you wind up getting choked out from behind. Can't have that. If you're going to run up on somebody and cheap shot them, you better win that fight. You better win that fight. Let me tell you this.
Uh-huh.
I had a lot of respect for Mountain Lion.
That respect is gone?
I had a lot of respect for Mountain Lion. But this loss, I call that Mountain Lion Sean McVay.
You think he wasn't prepared?
Because neither were ready for what they had coming to him. That runner is the Bill Belichick of runners. Yeah, I love that guy. Jungle legend.
What do you think this does for the reputation of mountain lions worldwide?
Oh, it kills it. There's no chance where we're going to see a scenario where a mountain lion is favored in a fight for at least another decade.
Now, to be clear, you're not encouraging people to fight mountain lions, but this doesn't do a lot of good for mountain lion odds in future matchups.
Right. You don't want to seek out a fight with a mountain lion. But now knowing that if a mountain lion sneaks up on you, that you can just slap a rear naked choke or a Kimura or an arm bar and you're going to beat that lion, the threat's gone.
Or at least muted.
Give me, if you want, I would rather fight a mountain lion than the Clemson Tigers and Dabo Swinney. If I'm fighting a wild animal, give me a mountain lion over the Kentucky Wildcats. Tell you that all day.
Where does this put mountain lion now on your rank of cats that you don't want to fight? Does it now slip behind wildcat and obviously lion?
Oh, it's already below them. But now I think I would rather fight a house cat. I would rather not fight a house cat than a mountain lion.
Okay, so mountain lion is above house cat still.
No, it's below it.
Below. So Mittens the house cat is the worst opponent
Dave,
for
let
you.
me ask you something. Have you ever tried to fight a feral cat for some cheese? I have. Let me tell you, it's not easy. But apparently what is easy is slapping a rear naked choke on a mountain lion when he attacks you from behind. Man, that runner, I love that guy. I need to get that guy's name. Alvy, see if we can get that guy on. We are efforting the man who fought a mountain lion and won. Hawk, don't you try and fight that guy. He'll kick your ass, Hawk. Hawk.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate for the mountain lion. Any chance the man was maybe a little, are we worried about testing here? Are we worried about PEDs?
In this day and age, you have to be. Especially after Julian Edelman,
Meowlian Peddleman,
won the Super Bowl MVP after being suspended for 4 games for PEDs. I think you have to test that. I think you have to test that guy. Either way, just a phenomenal performance. Let's go to the phones.
We'll take a break. Thank you, Tim.
I'm going to go back to the XR4 Ti.
take a break. We'll come back with Morning Brew next. Humans.
No, we're not. We have.
The what's on tap.
Yeah, that's
Humans 1, Mountain Lions 0. Right here on the drive. Sports 1140 KHTK. What's on tap? Brought to you by
Mountain Lions.
I'm going to flip it around. I know he's left. Can you grab Tim real quick to see if he'll do the Mountain Lions sponsorship read? Hey, Tim, today's What's on Tap brought to you by Mountain Lions.
Mountain Lions. You know, I never want to clown our sponsors, but I'm clowning this sponsor.
Wow.
Mountain Lion trying to save its image by buying ad space and sponsoring What's on Tap. You lost, bro. You lost. Just hold that L and your cash and maybe save up for some fight lessons. And don't get choked out by a human.
Thank you, Tim. I appreciate it. Tim's brother Jim will be on in about 13 minutes right here on the Sporty 1140. What's on Tap, brought to you by Mountain Lions, the Kings and Rockets. Not the Sacramento Mountain Lions, by the way.
No, R.I.P. Molo.
Would have been victorious. Kings Rockets tonight, pregame 6:30, tip-off at 7, right here on the Sporty 1140. The G-Man, the legendary one, Gary Gerald on the call. The Sacramento Kings looking for their 8th straight home win. Some numbers for you, Kyle.
We have a Woj grenade.
Oh, we do?
It's not a Woj bomb.
All
just
right,
a grenade.
Let me get. I'll get a. I won't do the full news chime.
No, maybe just the more you know. There you go. Perfect.
Yeah, go ahead. Woj grenade.
Woj grenade. Pistons, according to Woj on his official Twitter handle, Pistons are finalizing a trade to send Stanley Johnson to Milwaukee for Thon Maker.
Oh, that is a grenade, if not maybe a slingshot, but very interesting. Thon Maker. I had. A Kings fan's going to look at every single person available and go, Thon Maker's interesting, though.
The Pistons are about to be up to their necks in thons. He just makes them. Milwaukee, not going to have any more thons.
They'll be thonless?
I hope they keep the ones that he made.
You think Cisco will do it? Remember Cisco's hit song? The Thon song? The Sacramento Kings are 18-4 against teams below 500. That is not the Rockets. They have won 7 games in a row. The last time they lost at home was to the Warriors, January 5th. 5 leading scorers in their last 7 games the Kings have had. Buddy Hield and Marvin Bagley, the only repeat offenders there. And we do have the trade deadline coming up as well. So it looks to be a very busy schedule. We will have, this is interesting, Kyle. I didn't realize this. Sam Amick's joining us tomorrow at 8:05. How fun is that going to be? Having the Athletics' Sam Amick on, and what might amount to be a busy day for him.
Yeah, I wonder if he'll have time for us.
Oh, no, dude. I totally want him to come on. And then if he has to break stuff,
he
just
needs
do
to
it.
I hope he big times us.
Oh,
What if he
He better not. He hasn't before. He's come on with us on deadline days before.
No, for sure. But what if something like, let's say the Anthony Davis trade happens, and he's like, hey, I got to go. Click.
What I think should happen is I know Sam has multiple phones. Sam should come on with us, and then if something happens, just put us on speaker, put the phone down, and then he can make other calls and stuff, and we can pot it up and down, write his stuff, and then check back. We'll just keep Sam on retainer for the whole hour.
We'll just call Sam at 6 when the show starts.
Would you like an update, Kyle? I have an update on something for you.
Were we going to talk about our other potential guest tomorrow, or are we skipping that?
Our other potential guest tomorrow. Oh, because we can talk about that, right?
Yeah, we just need to drop the caveat.
The caveat. So 7:35.
7:35 tomorrow morning.
7:35 tomorrow morning, we will be having a beloved ex-King on. And here's a hint. His name's Jack Cooley. I don't know where I was going. 7:35 tomorrow. Jack Cooley's going to call in from Italy to check in. We miss him so much. We were talking on social media earlier today. Cactus Jack Cooligan, number 45, the one, the only. You know, in that poll I did a while ago that said who's the most beloved Sacramento King who only played a year for the Kings, and Vince Carter beat Jimmy Jackson and Bonzi Wells and somebody else. I didn't even put Jack Cooley on that list because it wouldn't have been fair.
No.
It would have been disrespectful
and
to Vince.
Wasn't he here a couple years?
Was he? I was just here
Just
for the
the
year.
one.
Because didn't we see him in Summer League last year? That's where we fell in love with him.
Yeah, I guess. I get all my years mixed up.
I have an update for you, Kyle.
Yeah, Jack Cooley tomorrow, 7:35.
This is an important update.
He said that there was a caveat that European teams like to spring unnamed events and practices on the players.
So we'll see.
But he said he's pretty sure he'll be good.
Sam Amick at 8:05 unless he big times us. Jack Cooley at 7:35 unless an Italian basketball practice springs up out of nowhere like a mountain lion. Which, by the way, speaking of mountain lion, I have an update. I'd like to thank the Jiffy Lube text line for pointing me here. Kyle, I have an update on the mountain lion situation. We were celebrating the man who heroically fended off a mountain lion that got the jump on him and still...
okay, jokes aside, incredible.
Like movie-style stuff, like at least documentary, right?
Yes.
And we're not celebrating the death of the mountain lion.
No.
We love all animals, but in this situation, we are rooting for man.
Right.
When it comes down to
and
it...
how many times has this story not gone this way?
Exactly. So... We if you just joined us, a runner in his 30s was running near Fort Collins, Colorado. An 80-pound mountain lion attacked him from behind. Man was victorious. But what really interested us was not victorious because the mountain lion ran away, but after the mountain lion bit his arm and hands and face, the man was able to kill the mountain lion with his bare hands through strangulation. We have some details. The cat pounced. Well, let me go back. According to the man, he locked eyes with the cat, yelling at the cat and waving his arms over his head to look bigger. That's what you're supposed to do with animals, right? Make eye contact, wave your hands, look bigger. But cat wasn't having it. So the cat pounced anyways. He blocked the cat with his forearms. Well, animal still bit his face and his wrist and would not let go. So he put cat in a headlock and wrestled cat. Finally jumping on, we called it, he took the cat's back.
Smart.
Which is exactly what you want to do in that situation.
You basically won the round if you get on somebody's back.
He established ground control on Cat early after Cat got a few punches in. And using his hands, arms, and feet, choked out Cat permanently. Hands, arms, feet.
So he just had it in a full bear hug and was just squeezing.
This is only going to work for people that are watching at KHK.
Perfect.
Here's what happened.
Oh my gosh.
Cat is.
I hope you're wearing long pants.
Man keeps Cat.
Oh, thank goodness.
Okay, takes it back. Now imagine man on his back with Cat on Cat's back above him, or perhaps below him if man was on top of Cat but took his back. Here's what happens. You put the cat in a body triangle, okay? So you're bringing your feet up. Cat's body is going through dude's legs.
This is unbelievable.
And he now has control of the cat's body. Cat's bottom paws are here, face is up here, right? But odds are face is looking the other way. Whether he's on top or on bottom, you're not only controlling Cat's body, but you're also restricting Cat's movement and breathing.
Right, which is
Very
the important thing here. Because if Cat has full capacity of its arms, you're done.
Now, what Cat should have done in this situation is, first off, you don't panic. Secondly, as Cat, if somebody takes you back and puts you in a body triangle, you calm down and you roll towards the ankles.
Right.
The weak part of the connection. You roll in towards the ankles. Same thing if you're in a rear naked choke, you're rolling towards the hands.
Right.
Okay? Cat did not do that. So what Guy had to have done is he neutralized Cat with the body triangle, and then he very swiftly sunk in the forearm, sunk in the hand behind the cat's head, and squeezed with cat head here.
Yeah,
until
the cat did a bad job keeping the chin down.
Right. Cat should have rolled his chin to his body and towards
the elbow.
Exactly. Did not do that.
Nope.
Okay. Now, question I have. We got a break for the whole day. Question I have, Kyle, and you can ponder this all day long. Did Cat tap out? And did Man break protocols by not releasing the choke?
And where's the ref with the stoppage?
Where's the ref with the stoppage? It was not Herb Dean. In fact, there was no ref there, probably.
If Herb Dean was ref, or not Herb Dean, who's the guy who notoriously calls fights?
If it was Mario Yamasaki.
Yeah, dude, Cat wins.
Cat wins completely. Shout out to Guy.
Glad he is alive and out of the hospital.
Humans. We win. For Coach Dave Joerger, for Eunice, for Kyle, for Tim Rome, for deceased Mountain Lion, shout out Mountain Lion, and for Jogger, we appreciate all of you. Jim Rome is next. Enjoy the rest of your broadcast day. Go Kings! Right here on Sports 1140 KHTK. Bye now.